Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in Odessa, The Dark Crusade Season 2. In this particular scene, we begin with the clan of Set as a whole having gathered after issuing menace. The warrior Setites, the eldest within the city, his funerary rites, his ascension to be at the side of his dark god. With his funerary rites having been completed, the clan has gathered in a large, ritualized hall. Four pillars support the interior. Covered by hieroglyphs that spiral from bottom to top and top to bottom. The walls bricked in such a precise fashion that really only the ancient architects of Egypt could possibly master. Smelling faintly of Cainite vitae, magics and blessings, protections imbued into the temple itself. And towards the center of the room, or the hall, in between the four pillars that almost serve to form a soft boundary of sorts, are three Cainites, one of which is Solahdrin, the other of which is Seti, and the other is Nabeta. The others, such as the Primogen, the various neonates, Akaib, Francis, Ahanif, Melina, they all look on in a sort of respect that would only really be understood by those of the clan. And that is where we begin this scene. What is Solahdrin doing?
Solahdrin is standing very nonchalantly. He has his black. Sorry, someone was asking me a question. He has his black robe on that's very loose fitting, suitable for the desert climate we find ourselves in. And underneath it, he has a new and very, very fine set of armor that was made for him via the master armor smith in the form of Memnon. It's his first time using it, actually. So he also has the helmet for that under his arm, with the kind of the very kind of snake motif of the helmet. And he is standing, waiting. There's a very kind of languid. Solahdrin's mannerisms can be described as, even for a Setite, very snake-like. So at the moment, he is currently the basking snake in the sun. He doesn't have to do anything currently, so he's kind of like, yes.
He's lounging around.
Essentially, yes. I did have a question, because this would be cool if it was a thing. So, does the head of the warrior coterie also constitute the. Because obviously, the temple is our most sacred place. Does he also constitute the lead guardian of the temple?
Yes.
Excellent. But he will wait to be addressed or spoken to.
It is actually the Primogen who is the first to speak. I do not profess to being a master of the ways of our warrior kind. However, I believe it is understood by all present that in spite of the pains and tragedies that have befallen us in recent weeks, we cannot afford to be without our guardian. You know your ways better than I, however. As this temple's priestess and leader, I will adjudicate for the challenges about to be issued forth. For those that wish to be guardian of this great temple, stake your claims, or forever hold your peace against our dark god.
Solahdrin will, at this moment, very ritualistically step forward, and he will step forward first, and he will say, just as it was, our dark lord struck down the traitor and the pretender Horus, and smote his ruination as he cast his pieces to the Nile. So it is I claim this right as the eldest here gathered, the eldest of his blood, and I will stake this claim in blood, should those wish to stake claim, or those who wish to seek challenge to my claim. He will say it's very ritualized, very kind of these are the words that have been spoken throughout hallowed antiquity, that kind of vibe. On a side note, I would like to think that we are all speaking in that weird ass ancient Egyptian that we probably all have.
Yeah. Said he will step forward. Just as my brother-in-arms claims a right of age, so do I claim right of blood and heritage. Just as my sire once protected this temple, as he died for this temple, so shall I do the same. In this life and the next. And maybe surprisingly, maybe unsurprisingly, Nabetta also steps forward. I step forward by right of strength at the end of this evening. It is the only one left standing who will be fit to guard this temple. To protect it from those that would threaten it, only the strongest are fit to do so. Should there be any weakness in either of you, I shall force it from your hearts. That makes this fairly simple then. All of you have your respective claims. However, I see a kernel of truth. What you won't say a kernel of truth, because she sees the truth in all of them, because Setite belief. She'll say, but there is perhaps the most truth in the grandchild. There can be no weakness in those who would protect our holy places. And among all warriors, it is often the strongest, in whatever form that may take, that find the most glory. A freeway battle will suffice. The strength of all of you will be put to the test. Both in your physical form, your unnatural form, in your body, spirit, and mind. Needless to say, you are expected to fight to your fullest, and that includes any use of disciplines you may consider appropriate, but you may not destroy each other. Any deaths, accidental or otherwise, will be construed as an act of betrayal and weakness, and those guilty will be put to death should they do so. But I needn't get in the way of your trial any further. So let us begin. Both Seti and the better arm up.
Solahdrin simply stands there because, from his perspective, a great warrior is one who does not need armaments. The fact he uses spikes on his gauntleted fists is just entirely non-plus, but say lovely.
Totally legit.
Totally legit.
I don't need armaments. I'll just use these spiked brass knuckles. Totally fine.
I mean, that's how love works.
I love you, Menmon. Yes. Make whatever preparations you will.
Okie dokie, artichoke. I'm gonna have to be a lot more conservative with my blood than my normal reaction of blow everything. Because, blow everything. So, okay, let's spend -1 for Flesh of the Adder. I'm questioning if I want to go into my Typhonic form or not, because it would be a suitably grandiose show of the kind of the power of set, but I question, do I want to do it?
The hall is large enough for it to actually be a thing. So you don't have to worry about size this time.
No, I'll keep him. I actually have a better chance if I don't, because my armor and such will only fit me in my human form.
That's true. Yeah, it'll just sink into your clothes or your body if you transform.
Yep. And I assume that means it loses its soak effect. So, that is fine. Because I was made this very swanky plus. It's either, I'll check my notes in a moment. It's either +3 or +4 soak with no dex penalty.
Nice.
It's
Menmon,
pretty swanky.
yeah. Menmon is a miracle worker.
What is the name of that combo discipline that basically makes you the ultimate craftsman? It's pretty fucking baller.
What, a Toreador one? Or never mind. We'll talk about it later.
That's right. So he'll spend -1 blood for Flesh of the Adder to bring him down to 13. Let's bleed -2 in for Dex, which will bring me down to 11, and -2 for Stam to bring me down to 9. Yes, that's where I'm comfortable at the moment, and if needs be, I can always bleed more. Hopefully, I won't need to. But yes, therein lies my plan. Yeah, because I'd much rather have the blood on hand to activate potence and celerity than I would rather not have it. Yeah. So I currently have 9 blood remaining. And yeah. So Solahdrin will stand there. Once again, kind of very nonchalant. As he basically waits to be told to begin.
Okay. There'll be a short moment. You've seen the better. And the better triggers the flesh of the adder. Her skin turns scaly and golden. Seti begins to transform. Actually, does he? One sec. Don't check that. Yeah,
Boy, does he have. I was going to say, boy, does he have skin in the adder. I'm going to teach that boy.
he begins to transform into a very, very large typhonic beast.
Oh dear.
A human typhonic, human beast hybrid. Almost as tall as the ceiling.
That's gonna be today, kids. Okay.
And he holds what was once a massive axe. It is now. It was like a massive two-handed axe. Now it's barely enough to count as a glorified knife in this form. It's basically like it's closer to a dagger than anything else.
Mm-hmm. You see, he did the one thing that Loki Solahdrin was hoping he would do, because now that means he represents the clear, invisible threat. Solahdrin could have gone into his own typhonic form, but no, he now represents the threat, which means two people are about to wail on him. Mm-hmm. Sorry, continue.
And yeah, once everybody is ready, everybody kind of gazes at everybody. Then there is that brief moment of each side sizing each other up before the Primogen snaps her fingers for you to begin.
And then roll initiative.
Everybody rolls initiative.
Everybody dance.
Oh, Seti got 15. Nice, healthy score. And
No, 19. Sorry.
oh. Chat real quick. Oh, whoops, I put Seti. Never mind. Ignore that one, Seti. Well, you go first.
Cool. What is the highest of these guys? I assume we're only working off these twos. Wits plus alertness.
Pardon?
What is the highest of these two guys' wits plus alertness added together as a pool? Or is it total, rather? Because basically he's going to activate Obfuscate Forge, disappear from the mind's eye. Or vanish from the mind's eye, as it is.
It's 6.
6?
Hmm?
Cool. Because that just becomes the difficulty of the roll.
Yeah, it's, let's see, roll your intelligence plus stealth at diff 6.
Yep.
So if one to 3 successes, you become ghost-like and translucent. With 4+ successes, you vanish completely.
And just to clarify, because it's been a long time since I've played here, you don't let us spend willpower on discipline checks.
Yeah, it says, wait, what the hell? If the player achieves more successes than the victim, what does that mean? Does that mean it's a contested roll?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. It's really weird. Let me
Sorry,
double check.
all you're going to get out of me is
Let me double check the I think it's done the victim's willpower rating.
Okay. If it helps, I'm a spooky ghost.
You appear all spooky and ghost-like.
Uh-huh. Spooky ghost. I'm also going to spend the blood point for celerity. And that is my turn. Or this version of my turn. But yes. Over to somebody who is not me. I'm a spooky ghost.
Okay, first of all, Seti has perception alertness, difficulty 8 to even interact with you, so. He actually aces that roll really hard.
Yes, he does. He can see me.
He can see you. You're all spooky and ghost-like.
God damn it, Seti. Let me be a spooky ghost.
You can be a spooky ghost that he hits really hard.
Eek. That's cool. I take it he's coming for me then, as a spooky ghost.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see, he'll be rolling.
Is the difficulty of an axe like stupidly? I know in modern it's stupidly high. It's like diff 7 or diff 8. Hit with an axe.
Let me double check. I think it depends on the size of the axe. The thing is, he's so strong here. I don't think he really cares. Like he's like it's literally like a knife in this. It's like it's. Would it be like a knife or would it be more like a small sword? It's like something like that.
I think it doesn't. I don't really think it depends on the, because like it never gives you a differential gradient for strength. It may be like, I mean, it's up to you if you want to give it one. I don't mind. But like it never really says that it's to do with strength. I always thought it was to do with the wieldiness of the weapon. Like some are just like, you know, it's easier to shank with a knife than it is to like use a pole arm, for example. I guess with logic they were using.
Yeah, let's see. Axes. No, in this game, nope. Nope. No, there's +1 difficulty there's plus difficulties for thrown weapons, but I think for every other weapon, for melee weapons, there is no alternate difficulty. It's just
Awesome.
certain.
Hit me with an axe.
There's just certain strength requirements and how concealable they are, and if they have any special effects. He's hitting you with a battle axe, so it's strength +4 lethal.
Hit me with an axe.
He's gonna hit you really hard with his axe. He does have a specialty.
Ooh, yay. Hit me with your axe.
He's gonna roll 12 dice. Boy. Oh, that's 3 10s. He got 8 successes. Okay.
Am I going to use my celerity action to dodge?
You might have wanted to declare that before the attack was made.
Valid. Hit me with your damage. I'll just do the soaking thing.
You can use fortitude because that can be used, but if the attack
No,
even hit,
it's fine. Yeah, roll damage. Don't worry about it.
Okay, using that and 6 plus 4. Oh god, this is gonna suck.
I accept my lot in life.
12 lethal. Yeah, you take 12 lethal.
Okay, let me do that thing where I soak.
Please do. I don't want you to die.
I just love MMA. Holy shit.
12 lethal, Fran. We Garu now. He's now known as Axe Boy.
I soak 7 of it.
Ooh, you take 5 lethal. As he, yeah, he's he goes straight for the jugular on that one. And yeah, does a tremendous amount of damage despite your armor, your fortitude, your scaly flesh. It's not enough to stop a good portion of the damage.
However,
you do soak most of it, which is unsettling. It's now Nabeta's turn.
If it helps, if he just ran towards me, he's totally given her his back.
Yeah, pretty much. She's gonna stab a motherfucker. Well, according to Kaikaku, she says. Okay, she gets 6 successes. No, she doesn't, because the 4 applies.
Flanking is indeed her friend. Also, she can't see me.
Oh yeah, I need to actually have a roll for that. They actually have the same dice pool, so... Yeah, she does succeed, so she can interact with you normally. Has a much harder time making you out than the other than Seti does. Back to damage.
We now present you damage.
Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, that was lackluster. It's just 4 lethal to him. Some weak shit. Considering he has... Well, not as much soak dice as I thought, so who knows. But they're all at diff 5.
Considering what I'm about to do to him.
But he soaks a
Wow.
bit. He soaks half of it. He finds a sword, or rather a small knife, considering his size, entrenched into his back.
All right. Interesting. You know that you didn't declare that either of them was spending blood for celerity, right?
No, they weren't.
Oh, thank you, Mother of God. Because otherwise I'd be dead. I would be so dead. Oh, Jesus.
Turns
It
out
would not even...
celerity is pretty good.
I mean, I endorse celerity in all of its God-given forms. Yeah, I'm a punch the bastard. As this happens, it will break my attempty obfuscate, but actually, do I? No, I don't think I can on a celerity round. No, it's fine. What is a
Ooh.
That was it's okay. I mean,
that was only that was 13d10 6. That didn't account for anyone's.
I thought it automatically did. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, because I'm rolling damage at difficulty more than or equal to 5. whereas I'm rolling attack rolls at difficulty more than or equal to 6 F1.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Solahdrin misses. Holy crap. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
that's
not.
unfortunate. That's an unfortunate roll.
It's fine. Okay, so it goes to my round, I believe.
Yeah.
Solahdrin kind of smiles at the concept. Solahdrin is a smart snake. He is a very smart snake. So, how does using blood to heal in this edition work?
You roll stamina survival. If you succeed at a check, you can spend as much blood as you can per turn to heal.
Cool.
If you fail, you can't heal, but you don't necessarily spend any blood either. It also doesn't take up an action.
So what Solahdrin is going to do is it doesn't take up an action.
I don't think it does.
Okay. What Solahdrin's going to do is he's going to take the axe blow. He's going to see Navir's hit him from behind. He's going to smile, in which case he's going to run backwards because you can move as part, and moving doesn't even constitute your action in the action economy.
You can.
So what he's going to do is he's going to run backwards. I'm going to spend also, as this is not a combat roll, or this is not a roll directly related to combat, in terms of I'm not going to hit, I can spend a willpower on the survival roll, yes, no.
Yeah, you can.
Cool. Basically, in that case, yeah, because that himself and Nabeta have engaged each other now, which means that they've actively gone lock horns. He withdraws. This is his logic. He withdraws, heals himself, attempts to obfuscate again. Those two have now locked, which means he was able to withdraw, but she's directly flanking him, which means if he moves forward to keep coming after me, it's a blunder on his part. So one way or another, he wants to make it so these two fight each other, basically.
Okay.
That was long-winded for me explaining what I wanted to explain. Sorry about that. But yeah, so he's going to roll his stamina survival. He has 4 stamina, no survival, but I believe, is survival a skill, talent, or a knowledge? It's not knowledge.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
So that means I roll it at +1 diff, which means I roll it at difficulty 7. I am going to spend a willpower because I don't want to die. I would have gotten it anyway. So he spends the willpower. He can spend. I'm going to spend 3 blood to heal myself. So, as opposed to being on, I'd taken 5. Yes, I had. I had taken 5.
Yeah, you've taken 5 damage so far.
Cool. I had taken 5, which means I'm now up to. I've now. I had 3 left, which means I'm now on 5 health levels, and I'll just drop down my little blood tally. My little blood tally goes. Sorry, I was on 9. I spent 1 last turn for celerity. I've now spent 1 for that. I spent 1 for celerity. I'm lucky I didn't spend for potence last turn because it would have been completely fucking wasted.
Yeah, how much did you heal? Sorry.
I healed 3.
Okay, cool.
So he's currently on a blood pool of 5. He's starting to get hungry. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now, as he's run away, and for the record, Solahdrin can run pretty far. Like he's probably pegged it over to the other side of the arena if you because at the moment he's working on a dexterity score of 7 and an athletics of 1, so he can fucking run.
Yeah, if with natural celerity, he's even faster. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he can pace. Boy can pace. So yeah, so I'm now going to attempt to hide again. So you said it was difficulty 6. So we're now going to roll 7 dice and pray, dear dice god. He vanishes.
He vanishes proper?
He vanishes proper, I think. Yeah, he vanishes proper. So
I think you need 4 successes to vanish
Oh,
proper.
you need 4. I thought it was 3.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was free. Well, it should be free. It's way better if it's free. Instead, it's 4 and 5, and it really annoys me.
I'm happy for him to go all flickery and weird in that case.
The player rolls 1 to 3 successes. The vampire fades but does not vanish. Yeah, of more than yes, it's more than 3.
That's really crap. Okay. Oh
I know
well.
it sucks.
So that is my action, and I'm hoping to God that the two that are locked in combat will stay locked in combat.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see if they can see me.
Yeah, first they got to do that. So I'm gonna roll for Seti, see if he sees you.
Oh, sorry, I am spending the blood for my own celerity. My apologies, that was the only thing I may have not said.
Seti sees you. He definitely sees you because he's
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Seti is rolling extremely well in his big fuck off. In his big fuck off war form.
Mm-hmm.
And he is being stabbed in the back, so he will turn.
Good. Give me your back, you dozy bastard.
Yes, problem because he knows where you are. Oh no, he's going to hit her with his tail. That makes more sense. He doesn't have to show his back.
Tail thrashing is a thing, and it's like stupid amounts of bashing damage it does.
Yeah, you get his strength counts as 3.
It's a strength plus 5 or something stupid like that. We're just like, oh, well.
1 sec, let me double check. It is. That's yeah, he gains 5 dots of strength instead of 2 when counting his tail as a weapon. So instead of treating his strength as if he gained 2 dots for his tail.
It does go off his brawl score, which might be less than his melee.
Yep. And his he's still in his war form though, so he still gets a certain amount of dice. She's 9. Okay, he's rolling 1 less dice.
It's up to you if you want to impose a penalty because he can't see directly behind him.
I don't think it's gonna matter much with that roll.
Oh Jesus, Mother of God!
He gets. I know better. 1. Okay.
So it is only bashing, to be fair. So.
8 successes plus 3 is 11. So that's 11 plus 9.
Mother of God.
Nope, it's going to be plus 10, and there's going to be a reason for that.
Mother of God.
It's 10. It's 20 dice.
He better hopes he knocks her out, though, realistically, because if he doesn't, she's gonna be pissed.
Well, he does 14 bashing damage, so that's
Christ on a cracker.
7 she has to soak. She does have armor. She has 3 dice worth of armor, so she does get some armor, and it's all soaking at diff 5. And I know what she's spending for this turn, so she'll get the additional dice.
Jesus Christ.
Warform is a Warform OP. Typhonic form OP.
I'm totally regretting not being in my own Typhonic form, but then again, mine is less useful for this. Mine is more about fucking murking a bitch.
It's only as useful as it is because he has a weapon to fight with. Oh no, it's 5. Oof. She takes 5 bashing.
She's still up.
Oh, he actually lost a dice on that. Never mind. I forgot his wound penalty. It actually puts him at 1 dice of wound penalties, but it doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, because his damage roll got a 4 on the last dice, so it doesn't matter.
How much damage did she take?
5 bashing.
Hmm?
5 bashing.
Yeah, she is. She's nearly down, but she still gets her attack. By God.
Hmm. Oh yeah, she's going to use it. She's going to spend the willpower.
And she still has his back.
Yep.
See, Solahdrin is a smart snake and has been fighting smart.
Solahdrin is rooting for the better.
He fucking is. We see, if she hits him down, I'm pretty sure I can win because I've got my celerity action and I've got my actual action, so I might be able to just punch, and basically then there would be a lot of blood on the floor.
Yeah. All right. She's gonna go for it.
I'm rooting for her.
Oh, she got 6 successes.
Oh, dearie my. Come on, you can be the thing that takes down Goliath, and then I can take down you.
Okay, it's... Huh. Some dice on her last roll. She got
Oh, she spent her willpower to ignore wound penalties, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Should be, I think. Yep. Oh, she whacks.
Jesus Christ.
Hard that time. Oh, she straight up takes him out.
Solahdrin is going to hiss a smile as he charges back on his own celerity action to punch her in the face. Remember how well my last attempt at punching went, though, so we'll see how this one goes.
This is entirely true. But yeah, what Nabeta does is that she literally leaps on top of him, literally climbs on him using like grabbing onto his fur, like using her sword like a climbing tool, and then like reaches the top of the monster and slices open the back of his head and just twists and then kicks. She just
I take it he's just in torpor, he's not dead, right?
He's technically in cap. I don't think you actually go into torpor until you've taken like a crap ton of ag. I'll double check, but he is down. He's definitely down.
All right then. I've taken 2 damage. I am at -1.
Yep.
Don't fuck me, dice. Don't you dare fuck me. If I say it with enough authority, the dice won't fuck me, right?
I'm getting ready with that Curb Your Enthusiasm link.
Have I mentioned I hate you recently? Oh, Jesus, Mother of God.
Wait, let me get...
And his specialty applies.
1 sec. Let me get a...
Yeah, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 successes on the punch.
There you go. You get a new meme instead.
What? Where is the meme?
It's in Google Chat.
It's in group chat. One second. I have to see this.
Google Chat.
Oh, I must see. Fucking punch. Well, okay.
So how... so you got like free turns, so you have your specialty applies, so you have 12 successes, which is like 11 plus your strength, and your potence, if you're not spending blood for it.
I haven't spent blood for it, so that's 11. We ruled the gauntlet blade things do strength plus 1 lethal, because that's what brass knuckles do.
Yeah.
So that's 12 plus 1 is 13, plus my strength, which is 4, which is 13 plus 4 is 17. Was there another plus to that, or is it just 17? Oh, plus potence, which is 19. 19 dice.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I may.
You're finally rolling on Gerard's level.
I know, right?
To be fair, all of these
Okay,
motherfuckers are.
like legit. No. Legit question, because I wanted. How many damage would I actually have to do to kill her?
To kill her, you'd have to do. She took 5. So it'd have to roll over. She'd have to take at least. Let me check health levels, because I always get these wrong. So health is. She's currently mauled, so she has to take 2 more damage. Then she has to take 7 more. No, 6 more, and then another 6. No. She'd have to take 2, 2, 7, 9. Another 7 is 16. Then another. Then like another 1 to 3. I'll just say 1 to be conservative about it. 17. So you'd have to do 18 plus levels of damage.
Oh, thank God. I nearly had a moment there. It's like, I don't want to kill her. Alright, I'm gonna roll this damage. Boom. Oh my.
Well.
She takes 11 lethal.
Oh, lethal. Okay.
She still gets to soak.
She does get to spend blood this turn, so I know what she's going to be using that fucking shit for.
How many dice of soak does she have?
She has 9, so in theory, if she soaks all of it, she will remain up. In fact, she can soak 8, and she will still be standing.
Okay, let's see that. You've done this once to me before. You fucking have. And it nearly killed my soul.
She only gets 3 successes, she goes down. She would have gotten no successes if she didn't have.
So basically, as she's standing there on the top of the giant, you'll just, the moment will just be Solahdrin dashing up and uppercutting her off the giant's back. And as he does this, just before she loses consciousness, he will say, "Thank you for being the David that slew Goliath."
I was going to say, she's like, literally, David has slain Goliath, and then this motherfucker pops in out of nowhere, just uppercuts him and goes, "I win, guys."
Sometimes strength is not necessarily being the strongest, and that is definitely a lesson of this. That is a definite Setite lesson right there.
This feels like the most Nosferatu shit I've ever seen. It's like, I'm Solahdrin with the inner. My God. Some Setite WWE shit, but
if it helps, we are mourning menace.
Yeah, you literally come and you uppercut her. She literally hits the ceiling and falls back to the ground incapped.
Did I crack the ceiling?
Yes.
Excellent.
Well, I see only one of you is left standing. She kind of peers over to the two.
Solahdrin he brushes his hands down before he will turn. He'll go down to one knee and lower his head before he says, "The strongest is not always those who use brute force. They are the ones who play, and they are the ones who win."
Quite right. Our power is much based on our deceptions as it is our force. She looks on over to the other Setites, and Nevetta's actually only in cap, so she can get back up. She still took a fuck ton of damage. It all yeah, she's just really badly wounded. So I think no, they turn to lethal, so it's fine. Yeah, you can see her slowly piecing herself together. The wounds knit fairly slowly.
Solahdrin is going to.
Mr. Seti, on the other hand, is not getting back up, although he has reverted to his true form.
Solahdrin walks over and he will look at the image and he will say, as would to try and use the wording properly. He wouldn't think of them as his, but he will look at him and say, "Are they now mine to command, mistress?"
I believe you have made your point to them. She says, "I believe you have made your point to them. They will follow you."
Solahdrin will then very calmly stand up. He will open Menez's mouth and he stabs right up through his own wrist. I'll happily take point for lethal damage.
You mean
He's doing this for his show.
not Menez's mouth.
Sorry, what's his name? Seti.
Seti.
Yeah, he will open Seti's mouth. He stabs it through his wrist in a big show as he lets, because he's tongue gorged. The best way to wake up a torpid vampire is blood of a lower generation, and I'm definitely lower than he is.
Yep. Yes, you are.
So, yeah, he will feed him a point of blood.
Give him enough to heal with, and the body begins knitting itself back together, and then he'll begin using his own blood to knit himself back together as he kind of slowly awakens. Somewhat initially unaware as to his surroundings before kind of seeing you standing over him and his wounded child knitting herself back together paints a fairly obvious picture as to who's won. Nabetta will be the first to take the knee before you, in part because she is in the best shape to do so. Seti takes a bit longer. His wounds do heal faster.
He will turn to the other people in the temple because, as you said, it was full of people, both the human followers of Set and the not who worship the temple and the immortals. And he will say, "You have my word as the guardian of this temple, that I will keep the words of our Lord of Night, that I shall be your sword and your shield. The faithful shall, within these walls, fear nothing, as long as I draw breath. This is my sacred vow before the lords of Upper and Lower Nile. He who is the night, he who is the storm, he who is Set."
May he guide you well in your duty as guardian.
There's another bow. I like to think I get a little golden badge of office. Or Nickens. If not, he'll have one made, by God.
Will be given to you once all the blood's cleaned off the floor. You see several servants, likely summoned from the Primogen, the lector priestess, begin tending to the temple's needs, in that it is they begin cleaning it. Both Seti and the better take a knee. Seti seems, well, he just came out of torpor. He seems a bit not all there. He's a little bit hard to read, although Nabeta's seems quite clear and focused in her actions and intent, as she just takes the knee with much more purpose and simply says, "What would you need of us?"
Solahdrin will kind of reach down and he grabs her by the shoulders, and he'll put his potence into this, but he's not like spending the effort before he rights her. And he will also a little bit more gently right Seti, so they're standing in front of him, and he will say, "Remember, you kneel to none save he. You give due deference and respect, yes, but upon your knees you kneel only before Set." When, example, the lector priestess speaks her words, she speaks in Set's name, so you may bow on your knees then. But to me, I am merely the first among you. We are all his servants.
But shall make sure that error does not happen again. But you may
As
call
to oh, sorry, continue.
he says, "But you may call," she says, "but you may call upon me whenever you need me."
As for where we go from here, the first thing will be I will require an entire manifesto of this temple, all of it. Actually, he punched from it. There are probably rooms of this temple he's never been in.
Yeah, kind of.
I was going to say, I will actually need to learn the full layout of this place, as well as be given a list of its defenses, both mundane and magical, in order to perform my duties. But that can wait for another evening. We should more than likely get Josiah somewhere where he can recuperate for the next few nights.
I'll be fine. I just need something to eat.
Fair. Also, he contemplates, I really should institute a system of chapel in this place so the actual Canaanites have something to feed on. That's something I will work on. I have a plan. But yeah, unless there's anything else of pressing note, I'm happy with that. Unless there's something else you need to do.
Yeah, I think we can end the scene there as the Setites and the new warrior guardian contemplate their next actions. And yeah, thank you, players, for playing. Well, thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, watching. We'll see you all next time.